This is a plant I have been drooling to get my hands on. I've seen them on social media. I've stalked the people who bred them. What is it? It's called a mangave. A mangave is a cross between an agave, or agave, as some of us say it, and a manfreda. Now, manfreda and agaves are two genus. So genus, not the species. Somehow, someone found one plant that was in a group of agaves, hundreds of them being grown in a field, and one looked a bit different. And that plant was a miracle of nature, where an agave and a manfreda had crossed to form a new plant. What do we have? The birth of mangave madness. They are a mixture of succulent, of symmetry, of organic feeling that do incredibly well in pots. They're great in the garden. Their colors are enhanced by the sun, so they've got beautiful speckles and textures, from reds to purples to deep red wine and even lavender shades. Not only do they look good, but their names are pretty cool as well. Lavender Lady, Praying Hands, Red Wing, Pineapple Express, I want them all. And the collection has started. Potting up your mangave that has recently arrived in your garden couldn't be easier. Choose a pot that is going to work for the size of the mangave that you purchase. And this mangave will be able to live in here for at least 3 years. Remember, the size of the pot is going to control the eventual size of our plant. If you had to plant these out into the garden, most would reach a height of 90 centimeters by about 60 centimeters wide, which means they're great for small gardens, balconies, around the pool, patios. Remember, drainage is important because it comes from the agave family. Use a good quality potting soil and add a bit to the base. Firm it down, and then we take our gorgeous mangave. Squeeze the pot, grab the plant, and top them over. And all we do is pop them in. Try and ensure that the height of the soil from the nursery pot that you got it in is just below the surface of your pot. Take the rest of your potting soil and then backfill. What I would suggest here is that you pull the leaves back and then just drop it in. Once your soil is in, take the back end of your trowel, firm it down. If during potting you manage to get a lot of soil around it, all I suggest is you use a little paintbrush. Don't try and get your fingers in there to get it out, because you could break one of the leaves and damage it. And if you have any damaged leaves that are really low down, I suggest a sharp pair of secateurs. Just give it a cut. Once your mangave is in its pot, I really do suggest that you use a topper or a mulch. And in this case, I'm just going to be using a bit of fine gravel. What it does do, it helps to enhance the colors, whether you choose a pebble, a gravel, and for a little bit of extra bling, a few little pieces of slate, and they are going to pick up a bit of darkness that are in these colors. Finally, all it needs is a good sunny spot and a good drink of water, and my mangave is ready to show off its magnificence. How do you look after them? In pots, a good watering once a week, a feeding every 4 to 6 weeks, and that is all you need. Mangaves enjoy full sun. They are perfect pot specimens. If you live in an area that does receive winter frost, I do advise that you use frost protection. Although mangaves can cope with low temperatures and even frost temperatures for a short amount of time, personally, I wouldn't let these little guys get hurt. Mangaves are an investment in true gardening amazement, and I know that my collection is just going to grow. To find your mangave and to make sure it's becoming part of your garden, visit your local garden centre or visit www.cndnursery.co.za.